So here's the second part of the compensation plan. If you haven't seen the first part yet, make sure you go back and look at that. Okay. The second part here is a continuation. So this would be, if you remember from the first one, you start out as associate, you move up to senior liaison. Okay. This is the point where we're going to be that's where we're going to be starting from. This is the senior liaison position. Okay. And as you recall from the previous video, senior liaison is eligible to make up to $250. That doesn't mean that all sales are going to result at $250, but a referral for you can be up to that amount. And then you walk through the earned levels. So it's one referral, then 3 referrals. These are referrals that convert to sales, but you don't have to do the selling. Remember, we do the selling. You're just referring to the people based on the training program that we lay out in front of you, so you don't have to figure this out on your own. Okay? So $250 is what you're capable of making per sale. Now, let's suppose in month one, you're going to just flounder around because you don't know what you're doing. That's your training month, and that's okay. That's expected. Okay, so let's just say not a whole lot happens. That doesn't mean that you can't make money on day one. You can. And that first referral is going to be $50 to you. You're going to feel great after you do that. I remember when I popped my first one, which actually wasn't until the beginning of month 2. Okay, but when that happens, it feels really good because then you reach a level of comfort where you can do it again and again and again. Then you move up to the next earned level position where you're going to make $150, up to $150 per sale. And then eventually, not long after that, you can get to the senior liaison position pretty quickly. And let's suppose you did that in your first month. You got just a few sales, just enough to reach the senior liaison position. All right, fantastic. Oh, and there's a quick start bonus in place. I'll go over that for you with you in a little while, but I want to get into what the regular numbers look like because this is what I'm especially excited about because you can see that, sure, you can make some extra money working part-time, but you can make a lot of money if you really got serious and you wanted to do full-time. And let's suppose, just hypothetically, I'm going to run through some numbers here. Let's suppose that on month 2, this is where we're at here. This is month 2, and we're going to average 1 sale per day. And again, what I'm calling a sale is you referring someone to us who we sell. Okay, so these numbers would be really great if you were doing the selling, but you're not. You're just the beginning part of the sales process. Okay, you're making the same as the sales team, and that's extraordinary because closing the deal is much harder. But getting the deal opened is a critical component to that formula. And we recognize that, so we're willing to pay for that. This is performance-based. I'm going to show you how, if you perform at a high level, how much you're capable of doing. This is unlike anything else that you've looked at before in the past, I can assure you that. You know, if you're accustomed to working at a job and getting an hourly pay or a salary, then you understand what it means to hit the ceiling and not be able to advance beyond that. That is not the case in this scenario. Watch this, because when you hit the senior liaison position, you're now eligible for residual income. This is where the residual kicks in, meaning that you can get paid monthly for one client. Okay, so 1 sale means monthly income to you, and that's extremely powerful. Now let's go with an average of, say, one sale per day. Okay, that's 1 conversion per day. Somebody you refer to us, and then we end up closing, and you got day 1 of the, in this example we're using month 2, and then you got another sale on day 2, another sale on day 3, another sale on day 4, 5, right? And then let's suppose you're going to take the weekends off, all right, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And you got 4 weeks. I think I have an extra line here on this calendar. So 5, 10, 15, 20 in a week, okay, times $250. So what does that equal? That equals $5,000 in the month. So you can see that very easily, right, simply. And 1 a day is not astronomical. I did this in my 2nd month. So I know it's possible. In month 3, I did more. In month 3, I was averaging between 1 and 3 sales. And I was doing the selling myself. I didn't have anybody helping me out. You're going to have a team of salespeople helping you close the deals. All you're doing is bringing us the referrals. That's it. Okay? But I'm going to try to be conservative in my math here and just say that you're only doing 1 sale per day, 1 referral per day that converts to a sale. And you're capable of making $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year, and you're capable of having a $60,000 a year income after 2 months working from home, full or part-time, you get to decide. I recommend, working more, because why not? If you have the ability to do that. I mean, does anybody, not need more money? I don't care how much you're making. You could probably use a little bit more. But what happens in month 3? If we duplicate the same results, right? 5, that's 1 a day in week 1. That's 1 a day in week 2. 1 a day in week 3. And 1 a day in week 4. Same exact thing. We're going to repeat the process from month 2 over to month 3. What's going to happen? Well, easily, we're going to make another $5,000. So the same thing's going to happen. It's another $5,000, but only because you're a senior liaison and you're a trainer at this point, okay? Which you can get done in a month. It's no guarantee that you will, but you could. It's possible. Okay? You could do that in a week. You could do it in a week. Okay? So $5,000, but now we're making residual income. So you're still getting paid on these customers, because these customers are paying us on a monthly basis to utilize our services. And since our services bring them more customers, and as a result, more profit, then why would they get rid of us? They wouldn't. They would continue to use our services month after month after month after month, and they do. They do. This isn't an idea. This is a proven model. We're already doing this, and it's working. It's working fantastic for our clients, for us, and for people just like you. So you're still getting paid this $5,000 in month 2. So add that to the $5,000 that you just made in month 2. And what do you got? 10 grand. 10 grand. You show me any other business that allows you to work from home on your own schedule, that'll make you $10,000 after 3 months. $10,000 per month. Scale that out for the year, and what do you got? That's $120,000 a year. Okay? So now, if you started this part-time, this is the point where you're really going to start considering some of your choices and whether or not you're going to continue to work your full-time job, or if you're going to transition full-time into this scenario. Or if maybe you have a spouse that's working. This is at the point where the spouse is going to consider whether or not they should continue to work, or if they should come do what you're doing and help you out. But it doesn't end there, because we haven't looked at month 4 yet. Month 4, same exact thing. We duplicate the same results. And what do we end up with? The same $5,000 per month. Right? Plus, we're still getting paid this $5,000 for these customers, and we're getting paid the $5,000 for these customers over here. And so, what do we end up with? Add it all up, because now we have a total . What's happening here with my color? We have a total. Hold on. Trying to change my color here. Oh, 15,000. 15,000 per month. And we're only at month 4. 15,000 per month. Now, does that mean you're going to make $15,000 after 4 months? No, I'm not saying that, because you might get 2 sales per day and mess this whole math up. Okay? You might be able to do this in 1 month, instead of this. And, you have to get some sales in month 1 in order to hit these numbers. To be a senior liaison, you have to get 9 sales in order to reach that level, which is possible to do in month 1. So this is all based upon month 1 minimums of nine referrals. And we're going to show you step by step how to do that. Now that's only in month 4. What happens after month 10, month 11? Month 11, you're making 6 figures per month instead of 15. Am I right? 5,000? No, you're making in month 11. You'd be making month 11 50,000. 50,000 per month. You might think, well, that's ridiculous. That's too good to be true. How is it possible that within a year I could be making more money than most people make, than a lot of people make? I could be making in a month more than what most people make in an entire year. How is it? The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. You need to refer 9 customers to us, and our closing percentages are very high, by the way, because we do an excellent job at conveying the value proposition to our prospects. So if you bring those prospects to us, we sell a high value service, and so we can offer high commissions at the rate of $250. And once you refer 9 people to us that convert to a sale, this is what you're making, $250. If this happens at the rate of 1 time per day, okay, the math speaks for itself. You can't make the numbers do something that it doesn't do. I mean, is it too good to be true? Only if you don't do anything with it. This is available right now. It's sitting right in front of you. So if you're thinking, hey, I need to make some extra money, or hey, I want an opportunity to work from home on my own schedule, or I want to supplement my income. I'm an entrepreneur. I already own several businesses and they're all successful. But, I wouldn't balk at another $10,000, $15,000 per month. Then this fits you too. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what else you're doing. It also doesn't matter what your education, background, and experience is. The playing field is level. It's an equal opportunity for everybody. And everybody that you know, if they, meet the criteria for what we're looking for. That's the compensation plan. That's what's available. And in subsequent videos, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what it is that we do as a company and then what you would be expected to do in order to be successful with our program. So watch out for that.